Afternoon, guys. Ez here. Thought I'd have a little rant or a waffle about what's going on at the moment. Hope you guys are all well. Uh, and yeah, just wanted to have a little chat about my opinions on basically what's going on with the transfer dealings at the moment around Nottingham Forest, a club that we all love. And just to give possibly a different view on what some of the comments I see and hear and read over the last few weeks. Some of you may know me. I've done a couple of live streams with the Door on Tour channel, or on the Door on Tour channel, and with Jamie on the Media Man channel. So two channels that I highly recommend. If you haven't seen or subscribed to yet, please go ahead and do that. Really great content, fan opinions, fan views, real community channels. So definitely give them a shout out, give them a subscribe, check out some of their videos, and yeah, let's support each other through this. But yeah, my point today is regarding how people seem to be taking this whole transfer window a bit too seriously, almost as if it's their own money that's being spent. I'm lucky enough to have seen Forest in the Premier League. Unfortunately, I'm old enough as well, and I saw a struggle. I saw a struggle primarily because we didn't have backing, the financial backing, and the clout that is needed to be successful in the Premier League. It's as if the stars have aligned at the moment. We've got the most amazing set of circumstances that we've, in my opinion, that we've ever had. Like I mentioned, when we've been, certainly 23 years ago when we went up, we came back down purely, well, mainly because we had no finances. We had no money going into that season. The transfer window going into that 98, 99, was it 98, 99 season, I think it was. We sold our best players. We sold Kevin Campbell, the legend Kevin Campbell, and Pierre Van Hooydonk went on strike as a result of that. That's where we were last time we were in the Premier League, and look at what's happening now. And there's still people complaining and moaning, and I find it extraordinary. There's going to be whole generations, at least 2 generations, 3 generations of Forest fans who have never seen us in the Premier League, or never seen us be competitive in a top flight. I'm lucky enough I did see us. We were a top 5, top 10 team regularly in my early days supporting Forest. We're talking late 80s and obviously through the 90s, and that was under Brian Clough early on. And we were a great cup team. Wembley was like our second home. We were there at least once, if not twice, every season. For a short period. But we were competitive, and then the great man resigned. We got relegated, and Frank Clark performed a miracle in getting us back up and giving us an amazing season. 94-95 season in the Premier League to this day is the most exciting football I've seen us play. Obviously we had the main man Stan up front, and we had Brian Roy with him, players like Lars Bohinen. It was a really great team, really great squad. I'm not going to miss out people like Ian Woan and Steve Stone, who are heroes of mine. Scott Gemmell. But yeah, we had a really good team, but we had to sell our best player, and our best player was Stan the Man. And when we sold Colin Moore to Liverpool of all teams, it changed the fate of our club for a while. We weren't as competitive in that second season back, although we did get to the quarterfinals of I think it was what is the equivalent of Europa Cup nowadays? I think it was the UEFA Cup. But yeah, we got to the quarterfinals. We were the last English British team still in Europe at that stage, and the whole nation did get part of the nation got behind us at that time. I remember it really well. Paul McGregor being a hero at the time, and it was great. But I'm really really waffling now, so I apologise for that. But my point, going back to my point, it was about how it as if we don't. The start to this transfer window has been really good. I think we'll all agree that we've gotten some really good players at some decent prices. Might have had to pay slightly over the odds for one or two, but I think that will be proved to be worth it. Just my opinion. Obviously, all this is just my opinion, so don't get too upset by it and don't get too riled up by it. Opinions are there. Everyone's got a different opinion. You might have your own opinion, but don't be upset by it not aligning with somebody else's. Trying to understand why their opinion is different to yours. That's just in life in general, not just talking football and Forest. That's just life in general. Yeah, why all of a sudden do we think that after the early business that we have done, that the club are going to steer us wrong? In particular, I'm talking about Morgan Gibbs-White and the increased valuation from Wolves on that player. And now we've got to understand we're not the only club in for him. By all reports, Everton have lodged a bid. Crystal Palace have shown interest. Southampton, obviously ourselves, and just as importantly, Wolves. Wolves have expressed an interest to possibly keep him there. So they're an interested party. All this combined increases his valuation, should I say? But I think it's quite clear that if he's not the number one target for Forest, he's certainly amongst our top targets, and has been since the season finished. So I think the club will do what it takes to get him in, and if we do pay a little bit more than what we initially thought, they'll do what's right. Us as fans shouldn't be moaning about this. Really shouldn't be moaning. We should be thanking our stars that we've got such an amazing owner at the moment who obviously runs a huge club. Olympiacos are a huge club. They're in the Champions League every year. Yes, they haven't got the greatest domestic league, but players will go there just to play in the Champions League. So they'll have good players and they'll have a big setup there. And he knows what he's doing there, and he's now getting the opportunity to do it with a genuinely big club in Nottingham Forest, because we do all believe that. But we just haven't been able to prove that over the last 20, 30 years. Forest is a big club, and it was a big club when I was growing up. And I hope he gets back to that. But to get back to that, it's going to take steps. And the first step, obviously, was to get promoted. And thankfully, we achieved that, And now it's about staying in the Premier League, I did, jokingly, and not even jokingly, I did feel really excited at the time. I did jokingly say that we'd finish 11th this season. I'm not going to go back on it because I don't go back on my word. But it was my prediction. But to be honest, I'd be happy if we survive. Literally, we survive on the last day. Wouldn't want to go through that again. But if we did manage to do something like that, that'd be an amazing achievement in our first season. And then it's about trying to keep ourselves there. So anybody who thinks it's going to be an easy journey really hasn't looked at the whole picture, in my opinion. But we'll do well to stay in the division first and foremost, and I hope that we do manage to achieve that. But to do that, we're going to have to spend money, and we're going to have to spend good money. And we're in a position now that we can spend money from having to sell our best players for the last 20 and going back even 30 years or more. We're in a position where we can buy some of the best players out there. So let's just all get together. When we say in Cooper we trust, let's actually mean it, because I mean it. I trust him 100%, and I trust Dane Murphy, we're really lucky to have him. That man should have miracle worker added to his CV, because if you look back on what he's achieved, what he achieved with Barnsley last season, and the season before last, what happened when he left them? They got relegated. And look what's happened to Forest since he's been part of our team, and I think it's the first time in his journey that he's actually getting the tools to implement the plans that he has as a CEO. And let's hope that what he wants to achieve is achieved with us, and we managed to establish ourselves in the Premier League, because that would be the next step. The first step's got to be to survive this season, this coming season, and whatever it takes, honestly. And we've got to have faith in the process, and we've got to have faith that they're going to do what it takes to achieve that goal. Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough, so hopefully you've enjoyed listening to me waffling on and ranting on. And if you do any comments, please stick them in the comment section, and I'd love to get some interaction. Even if you disagree, please explain why. Give me your reasons. It's what it's all about. We're not all gonna agree on the same thing, but let's discuss it and understand why each other is coming from that particular point of view. But it's an exciting time to be a Forest fan, and let's just be positive, and let's just get behind the team, get behind the club, get behind the manager, the CEO, the owner, the players, because this could be something really special. And yeah, let's do it together. And just a short one for anybody. There's a few people who've jokingly talked about me making a singing channel or some X Factor. No. Can I just quite clearly and categorically say, no, 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 no. That ain't happening. Take care, guys. I'm just going to have a workout. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.